Hello, welcome to Homestead in the Colony. I'm Ann, and I'm so glad that you're here. Today, I wanted to share a few varieties of ways to preserving your food. I was watching my friend Jewel Chesson on J7409, the Weather Channel, and she was sharing that this year the hurricane system is likely to be bad. Something about the position of the sun and all kinds of pressures and things like that. El Nino something something. Anyway, I don't know what they are, but she does. And she's usually pretty spot on. So I got to thinking, oh my gosh, we need to prepare. And what if we get a hurricane that's bad? I mean, we have a generator here that can pretty much power the house. We have quite a bit of food storage here, not a ton, not as much as I thought we did. But I'm not sure that I have everything that I need that's get up and go. And then I got a little concerned, thinking, oh my gosh, I don't know that much about gardening. I'm not positive that I'm going to be able to grow enough food to be able to feed our family for months if we don't have any electricity. We're pretty resourceful as far as grills, and we have a gas grill and a charcoal grill, and we have plenty of supplies for that. We even have a fire table that you guys are sitting on right now that will give us some heat, and we have some propane seeds, as they've been called, on some little propane heaters that can go inside or outside. And the food thing was getting to me. And I thought, you know what? I need to share a couple of different ways. Some people, one main way that I wanted to show to you today is dried food. Now, I've seen Homestead Heart and Lead Farmer and some of our other wonderful, wonderful preservers have 5-gallon buckets. And for one thing, I don't have the space for a 5-gallon bucket, much less multiple 5-gallon buckets. They're not very mobile if I have to leave in a hurricane. And I can't really afford to get tons all at one time, like 50-pound bags or something. I need to be able to buy little bags. I can spend $2.39 every other week and stock up, but I can't really get like the 50-pound bags and stuff like that. So I thought what we would do is preserve, this is called a food saver. It's a vacuum sealer, and it's called a food saver. And actually this one, I have one, but it's older and it doesn't work as well. This one belongs to my neighbor, you know, the one that gave me the pots. We have a little understanding around here. We actually look after each other. It's neighbors looking after neighbors, which is a lost art, honestly, but it is so important to be able to gather together and be kind to each other and look after each other, and that's what we do. So she lets me borrow her food saver. I try to let her borrow some things, although she has more than I do as far as food preservation goes. There's a couple of other things that I want to show you also as far as some ways that we have preserved some food. So here's a bag of beans. It's mixed beans that I enjoy. My husband enjoys. It's a 15-bean soup. And as long as you have water, you should be okay. So we have the bags, the vacuum sealer bags, and I've already sealed one end of it. And what we'll do, first of all, you take the bag and you put a few holes in it. Because what I was doing when I was vacuum sealing all my stuff is I was putting the instructions. I was like cutting them out of the bag, put the whole bag in a in a freeze saver bag, not the freeze saver, but the food saver, the vacuum seal bag. And then I was cutting out the instructions, and I saw on Crazy Days at Deep South Homestead that she just pokes holes in her bags and puts the whole thing in a food saver bag. So I thought, let's do that. So here we go. I'm going to put it in there. You want to make sure that the top of your bag does not interfere with your vacuum sealing. And now I'm going to vacuum seal my beans, and get you guys to watch with me. And it might be loud for a second. Hopefully not, but who knows. Anyway, okay, that's too much lip. I have to cut off some of this. So you have to have some scissors. There's a line. They give you some guidelines on these bags because I'm new to all of this. I'm not just new to gardening. I'm new to all of it. I thought, what do you do? So she gave me a little tutorial the other week when I was putting some things away. Freezing some meats, actually, but this is for dry goods. Okay, so you put the lid down and lock it. And then we're going to vac and seal, so hang on to your ears. Okay, that didn't vacuum very well. That didn't vacuum very well. I messed it up. Okay, the lights are off. That's not very vacuumed. Okay, well, you know what? I've got some more. Oh, I see, it cut it. All right, I've got some more. We're going to do it again. And what we do, in the meantime, I thought of a story. And it was something that is a very dear story to my heart. A couple of years ago, my mother was very sick. She was in her 90s, had been healthy all her life, and she was diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer. We were blessed to be able to take turns being her caregiver. She was able to stay right in her apartment, and that was wonderful. Now, hang on. I'm going to do this little seal thing real quick. Then I'm going to give it some more space, so it's sealing. Anyway, it was a wonderful tribute to her and to her life to be able to let her stay at home. Well, one time when I was about to leave, because it was my turn was over to be her caregiver, and she was taking a turn, and I was so sad, and I just couldn't stop crying. I was so sad that I was losing my mama. And I wasn't sure, wasn't positive that I was going to be able to do this. And I mean, I was the happy one. I was around her all the time, rainbows and butterflies, baby. I mean, you know, I was the one that was positive. I was happy to do it, and I was happy to do it. And I didn't want any stress in her life. I wanted everything to be happy and good, and I would be cleaning and singing and painting while we were around. But this day was hard, and she had taken a turn. And on my way back to my daughter's house, where I was going to be spending the night because it was closer to her apartment, I stopped at the beach because I couldn't get myself together. I just couldn't get myself together. And I was walking down the shoreline, trying not to be a fool, crying like a crazy woman, and there was a dragonfly there. And dragonflies have always represented my loved ones that have gone before me. It doesn't mean anything. There's nothing particular about it. It's just that I had an experience in my lifetime that made me think that a loved one that was gone was still here and was showing me his presence. So I was walking along, and there was a dragonfly in the water line. The waves were whooshing back and forth, and I thought, uh-oh, he's upside down. Oh, gosh, he's dead. Well, sucks for him. Sorry about that. And then I saw his little legs wiggling, and I went, oh, poor dragonfly. So I reached down and scooped him up and turned him over. And I had a thing of sand in my hands. Turned him over and gently carried him up the beach and laid him down out on the sand and said, I hope you can dry out and live your life well. And I got ready to get sad again, but that dragonfly came to life, and it flew up on my pant leg, on the pants I was wearing. And I was like, okay, well, that was a little scary because dragonflies don't land on you. But I thought, that's something really special here, that is showing me that I'm not alone. And so I walked down the beach, and that dragonfly just stayed right on my pant leg the whole time while I was walking here and there and back and forth and bringing me comfort more and more. As I sat down on the edge of the beach and I looked out over the ocean, and I saw the seagulls that were coming in and chirping and catching fish, and I saw the seagrass that was blowing in the wind, and I could just hear the Lord saying, "Honey, I have provided everything for you. I have provided food for the birds. I have provided soil for the plants. Don't you think you're more important to me than they are? So I got you. You get up, you wipe your face off, and you keep going." And that was just so precious to me. So when I stood up, I told that little sweet dragonfly that brought me all that comfort, "Buddy, you got to go with your family." And I looked around everywhere. I didn't see another dragonfly on the beach anywhere. Now, this was in the fall. And once I said, "I'm okay. I've heard from him. He's talked to me. That sweet Lord of ours, he got his message across. You can go now." And he flew off into the sand. And that was so sweet and precious to me that when I was watching Jewel Chesson talk about the hurricane season and the tornado season and all of that, and I started panicking, thinking, I can't grow enough food for my family. I'm not going to be able to grow enough to be able to make it. I mean, I got, last year we got a few squash, and we got a few cucumbers, and we got a few tomatoes, but I had to buy everything. And I thought, wait a minute, what's wrong with that? Every now and again, you can go to the store and you can get yourself some food, and you can put yourself some food up. I'm going to make these holes bigger in this bag. And then I've given you a brain, girl. Use it. Sometimes you got to get up on that helicopter to be able to do what you need to do. So we'll try not to make this video, 100 years long. But anyway, it was pretty cool. And I have loved dragonflies before, and certainly since. That was the sole dragonfly on the beach. But I had to do something. I had to help it out of the water in order for it to be able to continue to live its life. And so we have to have action, and we have to be able to help look after ourselves. Nobody's going to do it for us. We're going to have to do it ourselves. Okay, watch your ears again. Oh, this time it's going good. I wish you could see. Let's see if I can show you. See? This time it's going great. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Woo! And there it is. All right, we'll wait for the lights to go off. I have a bunch more that I wanted to say. I didn't realize I was really going to go in that long story. But I have a bunch more that I wanted to share with you about a variety of ways. See, this is hard as a brick now. So it's going to save for years. I'll be able to feed my family. And a bag of beans will go a long way. I have a fruit saver canner that's over here that is, oh my gosh, look at it. It's so light. It's easy as pie. Because I'm new to canning this year. Lead Farmer and Homestead Heart helped train me. I borrowed my neighbor's water bath canner to be able to show you that. I have, it doesn't take a whole lot of money. What you have to have are friends. I got friends in high places or low places or whatever. Anyway, this is my pressure canner. This is the pressure canner. It's a national pressure canner, and Presto bought them out a long time ago. This was my aunt's, and we've replaced the seals and the gauges and stuff like that on it, so it still works great. But, the only thing I have bought on this whole table is the fruit saver, and that's because I saw Lead Farmer use it. And it looks so good. And I actually bought my neighbor one of those too, because she puts up preserves all the time, and she shares with us those things. So I thought that's the least I can do, is to try to help her by giving her an easier way that doesn't have 100 gallons of water so that she would have to lift it and put it back down. So thank you for coming to Homestead in the Heart. Homestead in the Heart. Oh my goodness, no, it's Homestead in the Colony. Thank you for coming to Homestead in the Colony. I'm Ann, and I want to remind you that we do have to get on the helicopter, that although He has provided everything that we would ever need, He is our strength, He is our foundation, but we do have to do a little something along the way. Thank you for coming, and I hope to see you soon. Y'all take care now.